Ready. Hello everyone. We are live, I believe. We've just got some people joining in the Zoom room, in the waiting room on Zoom. It always makes me laugh in the waiting room. There we go. Okay. And we have people joining on Facebook. Hello Facebook. Just bringing some heart with you today, and just if you are joining on Zoom, if you could just make sure, we've got some beautiful people joining, if you could just make sure that you are muted. I'll try and do my best to mute everyone. Welcome. Hi Brandon, hi Paula, hi Leslie, hi Kathy, hi Irene, hi Lihan. Hello beautiful people, and hello everyone who is joining us on Facebook as well. Thank you for your patience with the technical stuff. It's always funny when we're doing all this beautiful energy work and the ceremonial work, which I've been doing very much today, and then we're like, oh yeah, there's still human stuff like technology that we got to figure out. So thanks so much. Okay, so the theme that is coming through today, I'm just going to make sure everyone is in the room. No one's left in the waiting room. Open doors to everyone here. Okay, so the theme for today, hopefully your heart is nice and open, is identity, and really tapping into the authenticity of ourselves as cosmic beings having a human experience. Now, as we go into today's meditation, you've probably come with your own intentions and an open heart, which is just beautiful. And I invite you really to surrender even more, and just asking, how much can I surrender to more of my truth right now? What identity am I ready to let go? What is my ego holding on to that's really not serving me? And what I've been really feeling into in the collective at the moment is a lot of identity questioning, like a lot of people asking, who am I, and what is my purpose right now? And as we move forward and as we enter this new age that we're all entering together, the things that have been holding us back are quite often the stories that we've either been telling ourselves or that have been accumulated from who knows where, like all around our lives and our society, our religions, our schooling, our education. There is, this all of these places where we begin to adopt these beliefs of who we are based on what other people have told us. And so again, grab a journal if you like. There's always going to be some beautiful things that will come through for you today, hopefully. Okay, I trust that if you've got an open heart and you allow yourself to surrender as much as possible, then you'll really tap into the power of you, the magnificent being that you are, and the being that has so much wisdom to share with the world and so much light to bring through. So I'm going to go ahead and just invite everyone with that. If anyone's got any questions, just feel free to type them in the chat box there. And I'm just going to invite you to really tune into your heart. Okay, now this process is something that I would invite all of you to be doing weekly, daily even. Then the more that you're sorry, I've just got someone in the waiting room. I don't know how to admit them. Come on, come in. You're welcome in here. I'm not sure what's going on. Admit. Hopefully that works. I'm not sure if they're here. Okay. And so as you're going through this process and really just surrendering to everything that has been holding you back, and allowing yourself to invite your true self, your multidimensional self, into this space with you. So going ahead and just opening your heart, see how much you can tune into the frequency of your heart right now. And perhaps just setting an intention of how often you're going to be coming back and doing this process, how important this feels to you right now, to be surrendering to more of who you are. And so as you begin to breathe into your heart space, seeing an incredible, infinite pillar of light traveling all the way up to your soul origin, source, your soul star, whatever you resonate with, removing all labels as you go through this process. And just see this energy, this light, traveling all the way through into the core of the earth. Anchored, grounded, open. Now from this place, how much more can you open your heart? Breathing in this frequency of love. And just breathing through this energy to every single cell of your body, of your physical body. And just taking a moment to send gratitude to every single cell, the cosmos within your physical being, the entire universe that lives within you, honoring all parts of you, giving gratitude to your physical body, giving gratitude to your spiritual body, the multi-dimensional body that we're going to be working with in a moment. Giving gratitude to your emotional body, allowing you to tap deeper into this human experience, to discover more of your truth and release anything that's been passed down to you through your ancestral line. And taking a moment to honor and give gratitude to your mental body, the part of you that has adopted these identities. Now feel into the part of you, the multidimensional part of you, surpassing all time, all space, the infinite you. Who are you without the labels? Feel the vibration of that version of you. Who are you without the stories that you've been holding on to? What does it feel like to love yourself with the same way, the same love that the universe and source loves you with? What does it feel like to surrender even more to this part of you that knows your infinite being, your infinite light, that you are love? Now bringing this version of you closer into your physical body. Allowing yourself to become very familiar with the magnitude of all that you are, this multidimensional, magnificent you. And taking a moment to ask this version of you. You might see them, you might feel them, you might simply just know that this version of you is ready to emerge through the releasing of layers that you've adopted. What is this version of you guiding you to? What are you ready to let go of? Feel the strength, the confidence. Feel the way that you're desiring to show up in the planet that you're currently setting foot on in this human life. Now, what does it feel like to connect even more and bring this version of you deeper into the very essence of all that you are? And as you expand into more of this version of you, perhaps feeling your energy field expanding even more, vibrating. And what comes up when you hear the question, in this state of knowing, in this state of surrender, and in this state of infinite love, when you hear, who am I? Who am I here to be, to embody? And most importantly, feel the vibration of that. Feel the vibration of the you that you're here to be, the you that you are. How much more can you let go, surrender of the stories, of the beliefs, of everything that's ready to be released in this time of change? What is your multidimensional self guiding you to release and to embody? Trusting the wisdom that's coming through. And if you're not receiving specific guidance right now, set the intention and know that this might come through over the coming hours, days, even weeks. What does it feel like to be so present with all that you are? There is nothing you need to do but be right now. Every single day, how much more can you be you? And as you go through this process, daily, weekly, monthly, every time you feel the call to rise, every time you feel the call that your soul, your higher self, your multidimensional you is ready to step into more of your authentic self. Without the labels, who are you? Who am I? How much more can you surrender into this? How much more can you embody your truth? How much more can you commit to being the version of you that you know that you are on a multidimensional level in the human experience, in this human physical vessel, in your relationships, in your business, in your soul's mission, when you're alone with yourself? Now, as you receive these messages right now and this guidance that's coming through for you, and knowing that it's always infinitely accessible to you, you're going to be receiving things that might seem completely unrelated. But the real work is when we come out of this state, out of tapping into this infinite wisdom, and that's when the work of real surrender happens. How much more can you implement the guidance that you're being guided to embody? How often can you commit to releasing the stories, the identity, the parts of you that aren't even you? How much more can you rise every single day, show up and commit to walking, talking, thinking, acting, behaving in the way of the highest facet of you that speaks your truth, takes the time to discover your truth? Who am I? Now allowing yourself to stay in this state, allowing yourself to alchemize any further information or guidance that's coming through for you. Allowing yourself to receive these words, this transmission with an open heart. We are at a time of incredible awakening. It means many of us going through this process of really deciding that it is time to step up and lead the way. Please know that the call of you leading the way is for you to answer. You wouldn't have it if it wasn't for you. And as we go through this process of awakening and healing, remembering that it is so authentic to you, there is no right, there is no wrong. No right, no wrong. Just you being you. Listening to the call of what it is to show up as a leader of light at this time. choosing your own truth, choosing what to believe, practicing how to tap into your own discernment, your own connection with Source, being incredibly mindful about what you are consuming, with all the things that you can consume at this time, energetically, the things you watch, the things you eat, everything that you place in your body, everything that you allow your mind to consume, your soul to consume, your emotions to consume, and how much more can you release? You are so guided. You are here because you have this calling within you to step up, step into the highest facet of you. Humanity is changing and evolving, and you get to decide how much you surrender to embodying the most authentic you that you can possibly be. Remembering that these are simply words, and you get to change the words and choose the words that resonate with you the most. Feeling the vibration of the messages that you're receiving, most importantly. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Now from this moment, from this space, just inviting your higher self, your multidimensional self, the version of you that already knows your highest alignment, your highest truth, for specific guidance. Perhaps actions, next steps that you're able to do right away to embody more of who you are, your truth, without the adopted and accumulated identities of the ego, of the mind. And then the question, are you going to commit to that guidance that is being so lovingly given to you? Are you going to commit to that wisdom? Are you going to commit to this new level of embodiment, this new level of authenticity? Have courage in this process. Have trust in the guidance that you're receiving. Remember how loved you are. Remember how guided and supported you are. And remember, there are no rules when it comes to you being your most authentic self. When it comes to how much of the identity that you've adopted that you can release. Divine Soul, you are so ready. The world is so ready for your light. The world is so ready for your leadership. The world is so ready for your truth. Grounding all of this information, activation, releasing, grounding it all in. And just taking a moment, if anything has been released massively right now, just seeing that, visualizing that, perhaps like a dark cloud that has been around your energy field, around your energy body. Just seeing it being gathered and collected into a ball, and either being sent out into the earth where it is transmuted and recycled. The earth does such a beautiful job at this, or perhaps just seeing it being taken up all the way to Source, where again it is transmuted back into love. There is no right, there is no wrong. Just allowing your intuition to guide you through this. And with this, releasing with a sigh, with a breath. Out with the old, quite literally. And in with the new, or shall we say, the real. Breathing your authenticity in and releasing all the old stagnant energy out. One more time if you're still feeling the need to be releasing. And when you're ready again, staying in this state, supported, grounded, protected, fully anchored, embodied in light. And if you're ready and if you choose to come back to your physical body, then do that now as well. And setting the intention to continue to receive this guidance. And may the unraveling of the old identities continue to take place with incredible grace and incredible flow. Thank you for being here. Thank you for doing this work. Thank you for investing your time in yourself. As you rise, as you heal, as you shift, so too does the collective. And I'm just going to share something that came through yesterday that I was channeling before a training that I was hosting around stepping into 5D consciousness. And it was the remembering that as the 5D templates are currently around the earth, and as we as individuals are embodying new levels of our own 5D frequency, the full shift really is only completely done when our work contributes to the entire of humanity, every single person operating in 5D. And the way that we speed up this process and help this is to fully commit to our own practices. And those of you who are ready to be serving others, please rise, please do so. But if you're still at the place where you're really needing to do this for yourself, then remember that's most important first. We can't help others until we've helped ourselves. So that was just a beautiful, beautiful reminder to keep going regardless of where we're at. Okay, sending you all so much love. Thank you all so much for being here. And I'll see you next week. And I'll see those of you in Activating Lemuria. We've got the opening ceremony. I'm not sure of the time right now, but we've got that very soon as well. So it's super exciting. If anyone wants to join us in Activating Lemuria, there's like probably about an hour left to do so. So let me know if you would like details on that. Lots of love, everyone. And I will see you next week. Bye. Bye.